Hello and welcome one and all to Smells Like Ghost Monster of the Week, a paranormal soap opera. I'm Kale with Queen City Comedy and I will be your guide today. Thank you all for joining us. Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, you can help us out by giving us a suggestion that will fuel the improv for our players. Please, if you would, put in the chat a an irrational fear that you had as a child. Just drop that in the chat, and we will use that later on to great effect. You'll see. But you didn't come here to give suggestions. You came here to see some spooky improv. A little bit about Monster of the Week. This is a paranormal soap opera, and Smells Like Ghosts has been doing this for a while. They play the same characters every month. So if you come the first Tuesday of the month, you can keep up with all the characters in the town of Undisclosed. And it's an ongoing, continuous narrative. So they continue the story each month as we go. Those longtime viewers are rewarded. And it's all made up. That's the funnest part. So let's have our players come on out. Let's say hello to all of them. Say hello, players. Woo! All right, I'm going to ask you to tell us who you are, where you're zooming in from, and a little bit about the player that you will be playing today. And we will start with the person who is up the earliest, Javi.
Oh, hello everyone. My name is Javi or Javi, and I'm zooming in from the Philippines. I play a character named Fakun. He's a monster hunter who wants to settle his new life in this town of Undisclosed.
Very nice, very nice. And we go from there over to...
Hi, I'm Rusty Bill, streaming live from Grandview, Missouri. I play a character called Larry Atkins, and sometimes I play a character, his name is Dr. Cutman, A.B. Cutman. Okay, so I don't know who I'll be tonight, but I'll be one of those.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, I'm Rick. I'm zooming from just outside of Philadelphia. We'll call it Philadelphia, just make it easy. I'm playing the character of Jack Fenton, not Doctor, sorry. Jack Fenton. I don't know why I said doctor. Maybe he is a doctor, and I'm just finding out. He's a half human and half ghost character, and he likes to jump into people's lives. That's a thing that he learned how to do, that he likes to do, which is, I mean, why wouldn't you?
That's awesome. And how many credits is Jack away from getting his PhD?
Just two. Just only 2 credits away. Yeah. So he's taking an acting course.
All right. And joining us for the first time in Undisclosed...
Hello, I'm Jennifer. I'm zooming in from Norwalk, Connecticut. It's my first show with Smells Like Ghosts. And apparently I've just decided at the last minute to play a character known as Ensign Pete. See who he is? I don't really know yet.
All right, and so we will get our suggestion, and then we will go and immediately begin. We got some great suggestions. I'm going to share some of these with you just because they're so good. I'm going to do a whole show of just people's irrational fears and sharing what people have shared, because these are great. We got from Kitty Parker, The Monster Under the Bed, from Ann Federwich, Sea Monkeys. Okay. Cheryl Maracle, all new construction sites had quicksand to keep curious children out. Of course they did. Let's see. We had from Jack Bellevue, the creature from the honeycomb cereal commercials. Jen Carson says E.T. No, he was sweet. That was the whole point. He was a good. Brandon Barber says Master Splinter from Ninja Turtles. Anna Duffy says car washes. I get that. Debbie Bloom Hill says balloons. Still afraid of balloons. Russell Crowley says the shit's malt liquor bull, but they became friends later. Candace Harris said cracks in the ground. Joe Ross said motorbikes. But we are going to go with the one from Diane Albers. Hi, Diane from Hickory. I remember being afraid that a skunk would get in my bedroom and live under the bed. My mom had to check every night for about a year. All right. Give some love for the players, and we'll see them back here in just a moment. Stand by, stand by, stand by. You think that I would have the music cued?
Yes, it's time once again for Queen City Comedy's improv team Smells Like Ghosts, starring in the paranormal soap opera mystery theater thing show. I'm your host, insert host name.
It's Kale.
Join us now in the episode we call, insert episode name
A
here.
skunk under the
But
bed.
first, here's what happened in our previous episode.
Last week, we heard Fakun exclaim,
My guitar case will not open.
and we heard Handsome Pete ask,
What is that boy doing in my suitcase?
all this and nothing more on this week's Monster of the Week.
Fakun. It's good you came when you did, because there's a stink in the brig.
Stink in the brig.
Yeah, but looking around trying to find it, I ain't found the source of the stench. But it's a mighty powerful stench. I'm surprised they're still standing.
You know, just the very way you say these mundane happenings in the town just inspires me again of my adventures, Mr. Handsome.
Thank you. Well, since I've made a very stern stuff indeed, I can handle the stench, you know. I pump iron every day, Fakun.
I had no idea pumping iron would strengthen your nose muscles enough to withstand.
Makes me into almost a superhuman fellow. Yeah.
So you truly are the wisest of us all.
Yes. I'll learn a lot down at the docks.
So if your nose bequeath us, where does this stench come from?
Yes. Could come from the north or the south. Perhaps southeast. I think southeast. Yes. Yes. I think the stench is not of human origin. No.
Why, just even in this field, you can point out 3 of at least the 6 directions.
I mean, I think it's a very tricky stench, and I think it's perhaps trying to deceive us by moving about in a manner most inhuman.
Is that so? It's so inhuman it moves just like the wind.
Yes, with stealth, alacrity, and
And tell me, Handsome Pete.
yes, Fakun.
I moved like the wind once. It
Yes.
was when I was hiking through the Appalachian Mountains in search of the snow dragoon. And in that adventure, I learned that perhaps it is impossible to catch the wind.
This is very wise of you, Fakun. Very wise. Your wisdom inspires me, because one cannot catch the wind, no. Nor can one tame the ocean.
These two.
Perhaps I can follow you because this feels like a fool's errand to wander about searching for a stink in this town, and by all means, let's not say, but some of the folk are rather unpleasant to the olfactory, if you know what I mean.
I've noticed that. Yes, but stick with me. Perhaps come down to the gym with me sometime. Pump a little iron, and you too could withstand any stench from any resident of Undisclosed.
I am so embarrassed.
Let me help you up. Here.
Yeah, thank you.
You're. I'm sorry. I didn't even see you there.
No, that's fine. I'm just embarrassed because my fart gas, Mach 2. It was my greatest invention, and it done blew up. You could smell it all across town, and everybody's just going to be so ticked off at me.
They won't be ticked off. They won't be ticked off. The only way we can learn things is to try things, and you're our inventor for the whole town.
Well, I mean, it helps get rid of the polecats because they don't like the smell. It's worse than their own.
Larry, if you want to work on your inventions out here in the park and have like a picnic, I mean, we would love to see you more. It seems like you're always squirreled away working on your inventions, and we never get to see you.
I get it squirreled away. That's funny. Yeah, animal control, squirrel. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I would work on it out in the open, but I'm afraid that, this kind of mistake will happen again where something will blow up and then the whole town will stink.
The only thing...
Yes?
Sorry. I was being a 4-year-old girl on the other side of town. I don't remember what I was saying.
Oh, it happened to me all the time. Jeez. No, but, I really appreciate your invite here to come to a picnic because I like picnics. And, this time of year just makes me sad because between Thanksgiving and Christmas, most people are out of Undisclosed visiting family and stuff.
Well, I wanted to spend the day with you. You've done so much for this town. You've done so much for everyone. You've done so much for me. I made you a couple sandwiches, and I just wanted to spend some time with you.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, because I got a lot of questions about you being half a ghost and stuff. It's kind of confusing to me.
Mostly I'm a human being. I have feelings, and I'm pretty boring. There's really not a lot to...
Tap, tap, tap.
Sorry, I was an 87-year-old woman named Clara on the other side of town. Sorry, I like being with you. When I'm with you.
Oh, and I like being with you because, it's funny because when you really concentrate, you make your legs disappear and then you sink ever so slightly into the ground. That's just something else. I just love that.
I've never invented a single thing. You're the impressive one, Larry.
Oh, for sure. I mean, for sure.
Meanwhile, in the undisclosed gym.
Did well. You did well.
Handsome, I can understand why you are addicted to this place.
Yes, it's the endorphins. When you're feeling melancholy and sorrowful about life's mysteries, a little workout can really boost your spirits. Ooh. What? The deuce?
You have curious gym goers here, handsome.
Yes. They were running a special.
It almost looked like he was wearing his sweat towel over his head.
It looks very suspiciously like a cat with a painted tail.
Like a shy black and white underage minor in this gym.
Yes, I'm not sure if this is acceptable.
Huh. Let us not be distracted with such. I just want to say, how is it that your scent, in spite of the perspiration, remains clandestine? While I start to see I'm no different from these townsfolk. I'm starting to smell like an onion.
Yes, I was going to point that out. It doesn't bother me, but it might definitely bother some other people. It doesn't affect me. I look at you as look into your heart. I don't focus on the oniony scent that's emanating from your armpits. Wait, where is it? Was it something is moving about again? Oh, God.
Let me just come over here, you rascal.
Creature, catch it, bring it in.
We need a spot, anyways, to help you pump that iron. Oh my God. Ah!
Oh, it got away. It also moves like the wind. Perhaps we cannot tame it nor capture it, Fakun. Perhaps it is one of life's mysteries.
Handsome, your nose may be great, but your eyes seemingly suck. That was clearly a skunk.
Good God, not a skunk. I'm hideously allergic. Oh, no. Skunk. Skunk.
You're allergic, yet you search for scents in the field? Why? You're an inspiration to face your fears, such.
'Tis not the scent of the skunk that causes me allergy. It is the fur of the beast. Yes, one touch from a skunk. You don't want to see what will happen. Ah!
I think I got it fixed finally. Phew, boy. Hey, Mr. Skunk. I'm sorry about all that stink that I've been causing. I hope
That's
you
my
don't mind.
racket. You're horning in on my racket.
I didn't mean to. You see, I normally use this to get rid of ground squirrels, and the darn thing just blew up, and it's all over town now, and I'm really
Can I ask
sorry.
for your help? Can I ask for your help?
No, but I try to be proactive in my anticipation of the needs of especially the wildlife around here.
Well, I do appreciate that. Can I tell you something?
Sure.
I've never invented anything.
You never invented anything?
Not one blessed thing.
Oh, well, I mean, that's okay. There's lots of people that don't invent nothing. Look at Miss Champagne, who's out on vacation in the Bermuda Islands. I mean, she didn't invent nothing.
Yeah. I know you're just trying to make me feel better, but with all the things that you've invented, you've helped so many people, and all I do is drive people away, and animals, and
Well, I mean, that's your function.
Who, in God's name, who invented skunks anyway?
Hey, Flacco, just back off now, buddy. You don't need to.
Behind me.
You're
found it.
scaring it. You're
Larry,
scaring
good job. You found you animal catcher. You.
But this skunk ain't done nothing. It was my fart gas sprayer that broke that made this town stink.
Please.
So I'm trying to convince this poor little creature of the woodlands if they would just calm down a little bit, they could come up with good inventions too, like you do. You got those fancy swords and stuff. I got my fart spread stuff, and the skunk here could maybe make apple pies or something. I don't know.
Harry, you have already fallen and been ensnared by its trickery. Skunks are the tricksters of the woods. You understand me?
Fakoon's got me by the neck.
I'm sorry. I've been so stressed out lately. I can't take any more of these smells.
You realize what you just did, Fakoon? The skunk community hereabouts is not going to settle for you choking and throwing away one of their members. I told you. You in big trouble. You in big, big trouble.
Oh, Jack, you've arrived just in time.
Hi, Dee Dee.
I've written a lovely new children's story. I'm sure it will be published very soon. It's about a sweet little woodland animal.
Oh, that's great. I don't have time to listen to the whole thing.
Oh, it's very long, as you can see, very thick.
Yeah, I don't have time to sit for the whole story, stanza after stanza.
It's all right. You seem a little troubled. Yes.
I am a little troubled.
Mm.
I feel so alone sometimes, you know. I don't know anyone that's like me, that goes through what I go through and has to.
Oh dear, Jack. You've gone away, haven't you? Jack. Oh, Jack, you vanished again.
Sorry,
You.
I was getting into a pool at a sweet 21 birthday party on the other side of town.
That sounds lovely, actually.
Yeah, I try to get to the fun ones.
Yes, I know it must be very difficult, like almost as if your soul is fractured, just here, there, not whole.
How do you do it? How do you always seem to? You always seem to be like totally put together, and you accomplish things.
No, Jack, no. It's all an act.
What?
You seem very, very, very poised and very knowledgeable and very intelligent. Yes, all those things, but secretly, I also have doubts and fears, and sometimes I too go away in my mind.
You do?
Yes. I once went away and I was on a trip in the mountains somewhere. I think Fakoon was there. The wind was blowing. Oh, I was frightened, Jack. Frightened.
Let me go there.
We
Let
do.
me go there in your memory.
Okay. Hold on. Maybe if we hold hands, like you could. Oh dear. He went very quickly. Jack? You didn't like it?
It ended too soon. You're longing to be with Fakoon.
Oh, shh.
I'm sorry.
He mustn't know. He mustn't.
No,
You're too old for him.
everything is a lockbox in here. I never share. I didn't mean to. Everything.
Once you were in there with me, it was hard to hold those secrets to myself anymore. I was an open book.
I only do these things consensually because it's so deeply, deeply personal and private.
It's intense.
You have a son.
You know that now. Don't tell anyone.
Meanwhile, in undisclosed cafe.
Well, it's been nice talking to you, Mr. Ground Squirrel, but I'm getting awful tired.
You
Just
take
go out
us
there
for
to
a
go.
ground squirrel.
What?
I found my son here thrown across the mud by one of your human folk.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Oh, look, there was an accident with my fart gas, okay? And then everybody started thinking it was your guys' fault. And then, so this one guy just got a little upset, Facun there. He just got a little upset. He had a stressful day. You gotta forgive him.
Hey, Mom, I told you I got it right. He had an accident with fart gas. You were like, you didn't get that right. I got that right.
See, you got it right.
I'm sorry, son. What this teaches me is that these humans are always trying to outdo us with what we are naturally talented with. I know you have an invention in your mind, and I'm tired of these humans. Tired of these.
Your son has an intellect that is far beyond the scope of the normal skunk, and I think that he could be very creative if you would just quit being such a bitch.
Oh.
I didn't say any of that to him, Mom.
He didn't tell me to say that. I'm just witnessing it right here. You're being a bitch. I call a bitch a bitch. And
Mr. Human, you're lucky that in skunk speak, bitch is actually an endearing word. So, I will
do
say,
that.
you're lucky, son. I've always wanted to see your invention come to fruition. The one that will finally bring our animal people.
I've created something that will take over humanity.
Well, that's okay. I mean, we'll get used to being on the bottom. You know, look, here, let me just put a capper on this whole thing here. You know what? You, Mr. Skunk, can come and use my laboratory whenever you want, whenever you get an idea. So does that satisfy you, Mama?
Yes! Yes! I'm satisfied.
Mom, I created an opposable thumb.
That's always
Watch.
handy. Yeah, look at that. Now you can hitchhike.
I can build more of these. Your pitch is so high, even I can barely hear you, Mom. And I know skunks speak at the uppermost level of people's ability to hear.
I just want to say I'm so proud of you, son.
I think she said she's proud of you.
It's the smell I've been longing to hear.
Thank you, human. Son,
All in
Go
day's
on,
work.
go
You don't have to thank me. Just don't let go of none of your stink when you're around me, okay?
okay.
All right. Well, it's been a productive day here in Undisclosed. Well, hey, handsome.
Larry, I got wind that you might been consorting with some skunks.
Oh, well, yeah, I was straightening out some skunk problems that we have here in town. You know, that's my job as animal control officers to get them on an even keel. Now, you gotta understand. You gotta understand. These skunks are very intelligent.
Oh, I know it. They are some of the most they're like only like one DNA away from us.
One DNA. I didn't know that.
Yeah. One DNA. Yep.
Wow.
They're smart, all right. They're dangerous. You gotta watch them.
Oh, well, you know, that's the wonderful thing about skunks is if you compliment them. My, your fart smells great. You know, something like that. Putty in your hands.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know, because I'm terrible scared of skunks. If I touch one, well, you don't want to know what happens.
Meanwhile, it's bedtime for Skunky. Thanks for putting me to bed, Mom.
It's okay.
Can
Just
you
like,
can you do me a favor?
what is it?
I'm afraid that a human got under my bed. Can you look for me?
Again with this, but I will do it.
I'm sorry, Mom. It feels like it's been months that I've had you checked, but I'm just sure that a human got under there, and he's living his life and driving a Mercedes and eating Pop-Tarts.
From now on, for the rest of the year, I will check under your room. Though I will tell you, I found this picture of William Shatner, and this might be the source of your worry. Let me just...
Thanks, Mom. You know the old saying you taught me, one touch from a human, you don't want to see what happens.
No, you don't. In fact, our fairy tales say that when you get touched by a human, well, you don't want to know what happens.
Accurate, easy to understand lesson, Mom. Good night.
Jack, just a quick word.
I'm here.
Thank you.
I'm here with you.
As I peer out of this balcony, I see that these people have become my friends, yet I've been so distressed I actually threw a forest creature. And I believe that it was my monster hunting days getting to me.
That was you that threw the... Yes. I understand. I spent a few weeks in prison because I tossed some raccoons around back in Jersey City. I know what you're going through.
I would have never imagined you of all people.
I was young and foolish, and I got into a bad way with some hedgehogs, and well, one thing led to another.
Is that why you've come here to undisclosed and settled? Because it's like it changed from your violent past.
Yes, the hedgehogs built a dam inside my heart. And I knew that only coming here to undisclosed would release it and allow me to become a person again. The main reason I
know this already.
have something to tell you.
I got distracted by what I thought seemed like Handsome hiding behind a tree down there, but perhaps it was the wind.
It wasn't the wind. I know a secret about Handsome Pete. I have to tell it to somebody before...
His dematerializations. Ghost form.
Just boarding it up. They're not getting in here today. Spy out, you vermin!
Attack!
What do you want, humankind? They're everywhere. God, well, how did you get in here?
I came in through the front door, Handsome Pete.
The one thing I forgot to secure. What a fool am I. Well, don't come any closer, but may I offer you a cup of tea?
You may, and I will spray you.
Spray all you like. I'm immune.
Immune, eh? Try this.
Nothing.
I'm defanged. I'm unarmed. How?
Don't let it bother you, young vermin. You didn't know how tough Ensign Pete is.
But that's all that I have is my
Got another one.
Son, just remember, strength in numbers.
No, Mom, be careful, Handsome Pete. I know his secret.
Keep your distance. Keep your distance.
Mom.
This has been another episode of Monster of the Week. Tune in next week when we hear Larry Atkins say,
Well, I'll be darned, that is my toe hanging off there, ain't it?
and we hear the skunk exclaim,
Oh, it's a barium enema.
all this and nothing more on Monster of the Week. Hey, and that's our show. Yay. All right. Let's give some love in the chat one more time to all of our players. Thank you so much. Tune in first Tuesday of every month and find out what happens next. Will the town be overrun by skunks? Will there be some hookups between some random townsfolk? Who knows? Anything could happen. All right. Before we leave, anything you got to plug? Anything that you want to send people away on?
Sure, just check out my podcast with a friend of mine called The Dusty and Rusty Show. You can find it on almost any podcast platform.
Dusty and Rusty just started a new season, right?
Yeah, we're gonna end this season and then start a new one.
Good. Make sure you end this one first. Great. Anybody else?
Big ending.
Move to Philadelphia. I just started doing shows in real life. I don't know when the next one is, so just move here, and then when it comes, you'll already be here.
There are very few reasons to move to Philadelphia, but that's one.
That's one of them.
right there.
Manila Improv Festival 2023, around September that time.
Let's all go.
Let's all go.
All right. Well, you know what I want to plug? I want to plug that Hole in Your Heart. And that's where you can find me all next week. So I'll wave awkwardly as we close down our live stream. Thanks everybody for joining.
Happy holidays.
Record.